All right. The regular season's over, and we are on to the playoffs. The first year here, the Whack Pack League. There's a lot of close things happening towards the end here. I want to go over a few things because I only get 10 minutes in these free uh, casting audio reviews here. So I'm going to try to go over the scores quick and then kind of preview the playoffs. The first matchup here, Rob beat me, and it really didn't matter for me because I was already out of the playoffs. But it did for Rob and he did get the win, if Clark or McCarville had lost, he would have gotten a first round bye. But that did not happen. So Rob gets the win. He's in the playoffs. Charlie is on fire here. He beats Kevin by a lot, and by the likes of Russell Wilson and a few other guys that I kind of look at real quick here. Oh yeah, Marshall, like Richard Rodgers. Charlie loves the Packers. His whole team is the Packers. So, anyways, Charlie makes the playoffs at 6-7, but that is what's happening in the NFC East, with Philly and Washington and the Giants. It's insane. They're all 5-7, and they're in it too. So that's why this is as close to real football as possible. I do want to quickly say that next year I'm going to put in a vote for a different way of doing it. I mean, considering I'm 6-7, however, I'm third in points in the league. There's only three of us with 1,800 or more, and I'm not in the playoffs. I mean, I'm not saying that's not fair. Everybody's playing the same game. That's fine. It's just we can make it a little more fair for fantasy purposes by doing 2 wins a week, the top 6 head-to-head, and then the top 6 in points. So you can get 2-0 each week, 1-1 or 0-2. It's just better represents fantasy football as well as how regular football works with the divisions. I'm also going to put up a couple of votes for some other things, like maybe eliminating kickers and just adding a third wide receiver. That might be cool. Kickers are retarded in my mind, but you guys might not agree. So anyways, moving on. Kevin loses to, this is kind of the shit bowl here, to Matt, and it really doesn't matter. You guys are not in the playoffs. Mike beats Jeff, and I think that might have helped just his ranking a little bit for the playoffs, but I don't think it really mattered that much. Seamus beat Harlem Road, Mike, and also they're not in the playoffs either. Seamus and John have the first two, have the first week buys, McCarville and Clark, and deservedly so. So that's good. And Clark beats Coble. And so let's look at the playoffs here and do a little preview. All right, so here's the quick bracket that we can look at here. Like I said, Seamus and John have the first buys, and Mike plays Charlie, and Coble plays Rob. So let's just take a look here at these previews quick. If this loads. Here we go. So looking at the outset here. Okay, Mike's going to play Charlie, and it's looking, pretty even so far. I don't know, if we're going to change any of the lineups, but this should be a close game actually. And Charlie's been pretty hot lately, even though Mike has, but Charlie has definitely come along. I think the game might rely or might end up being looked at on how Eddie Lacy does, to be honest. If Allen Robinson has another game like he did last week in Macklin, I think this might be an easy win for Mike. But if Wilson keeps throwing those balls and Russell Wilson keeps doing well, and Sammy Watkins, of course, has another game like last week, this definitely could come down to a close one. I'm predicting Mike wins this, but it's going to be really close. Okay, again, I don't know if these are going to be the final starting lineups or not. There's ad drops and stuff, but again, kind of another close matchup here, but depending on how the guys play, Stafford's been up and down. Bernard's been kind of up and down lately. Still better in PPR though. But if Kelvin Johnson and Hopkins play like they have been, it's going to be tough. But on the other side of that coin, Fitzmagic has been playing really well, and Devonta Freeman is now healthy again, and he could have a big game, especially in the receiving side of things. Norman's going to be on Julio, and Freeman, those dump offs to Freeman can happen all day. Antonio Brown or Martavis Bryant, I think, is the one to watch here. If Brown has another huge game like he did last week, and Bryant, he's probably going to score but not have a game like Brown. I think this one's going to go to Rob. On paper, Rob has this in the bag. I think it's going to be closer than we think. But I think in the end, Rob's going to win this one. But again, it's going to be another close one, just like the other one. So good luck, everybody. Good luck to the buys. And then the other thing, there is a consolidation toilet bowl, which I'm involved in as well. The winner of that gets $50. So keep playing. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel unless you want to. I'm not. So you're playing for $50. So good luck to everybody. And I'll talk to you after the first round of the playoffs.